Good afternoon and welcome to today's live lesson. After an interesting listening lesson, we start focusing on main course of Paddington level. And as you can see on the screen, it will be a short review of Unit 7, which is about passive voice. If you remember in first video that we were together, I taught present perfect. And on that time, I told you that one of the features that can help you look professional in English is being able to use complex grammar. On that time, we were talking about present perfect. And today we focus on passive voice, which is a very important element in speaking and writing to prove that you are professional and you're able to produce complexity. So let's start by talking about active voice initially. Before talking about passive voice, we want to find out what is an active sentence or active voice in English. Take a look at this sentence. She broke the window. As you can see, this sentence has a subject, which is she, broke, verb, simple past, irregular, and the window, which is our object. So we can understand that by having she, which is subject in our sentence, we are making an active sentence. Conclusion, an active sentence is a sentence which has subject. Therefore, if we want to make a passive voice sentence, we should delete subject. So passive voice is a sentence without subject. But the question in your mind might be, why do we need passive voice? What's wrong with active voice? We have subject, we have verb, and object, and it gives a full information about what we mean to our audience. There are three different reasons that makes us change a sentence from active to passive. First of all, we don't want or we don't know who the actor of, let's say, that sentence is. We really don't know who broke the window. Or in the other circumstance, we don't want to say who really broke the window, who's the actor of the sentence. And last one, which is the most important one, the action is more important than the actor. Normally, the third one is the reason that in academic presentation, when you have prepared your article or you have written an essay and you want to give a demo or present it live, they say it's better to use passive voice because you want to talk about the research, not the researcher. So the action is more bold than the actor here. So let's start talking about passive voice by details. Today in this lesson we cover two different styles of passive voice. You remember this sentence, that lady, she broke the window. We want to turn it to passive. First of all, let's find out what are the parts of this sentence in active. It has subject, it has verb, and it has object. So if you remember in definition of passive voice, I told you when we want to make a sentence to passive, we should delete or omit the subject. So we just deleted the subject, but do we have a passive voice? Of course not, because we can't start a sentence by verb. Then we move object to the beginning of the sentence. So the window comes to the beginning of the sentence. The window broke. But again, do we have passive voice? Not at all. Regarding to the tense of the active sentence, which is simple past, we should make some changes to be able to have a passive voice. As you can see, we have the window, the object, moved to the beginning. Then we made some changes in the form of the verb regarding to what grammar says, that we will get to it in a minute. And then we mentioned the subject at the end, sometimes by using comma plus by and objective pronoun. But imagine my sentence was not necessarily in simple past. What if I have simple present in active? What if I have present perfect in active? How can I make passive out of those sentences? We review them one by one here. If it is simple present, the structure says we should use am, is, are plus past participle. So she breaks the window changes to the window is broken. If it is simple past, like the example that we had, was or were plus past participle. So she broke the window changes to the window was broken. If it is present continuous, she's breaking the window, we say am, is, are plus being plus past participle. So the structure will be the window is being broken. For past continuous, going to be the same, just am, is, and are changes to was and were. So she was breaking the window changes to the window was being broken. If it is present perfect, have or has plus been plus past participle. She has broken the window turns to the window has been broken. And for past perfect, consequently, had plus been plus past participle. So she had broken the window changes to the window had been broken. And for modals, will, can, should, would, have to, has to, must, we add be and then past participle. So if you want to make a passive for future, for example, we say the window will be broken. As you can see in these examples, we have broken a lot of windows, but nobody knows who really broke those windows because we kept all those sentences in passive in different tenses. Note, is it okay to keep the subject of the sentence always hidden? Of course not, because sometimes it is necessary to talk about the real actor of the sentence in passive form. How can it be possible? The window was broken is a passive sentence. So if initially I want to mention and I want to talk about it, I can use comma, by, and objective pronoun of the subject. So she changes to her. The window was broken by her. Now, another branch or another form of passive which is called causative passive is very interesting, very professional, and let's say less common. Just professional speakers use it. Before telling you, I just want to show you the structure, then I will tell you a story. The structure is have something done. And in this structure, the main verb is have. So if you want to talk about future, it turns to will have, and if you want to talk about past, it will be had. As you can see, the title is causative passive. So again, the actor is absent, but the person who's the cause of that action always comes in the sentence. Let me tell you a story beforehand, then we want to change it to passive voice. Imagine 2 years ago, I traveled to Paris. I had a professional camera and I want to take a photo of myself. So I find a French guy or French lady and I ask, photograph, s'il vous plaît. The guy takes the camera, I stay like this, and he takes a photo of me. Right now, I'm showing you the photo. Who's the cause of that photo? I am. Because if I didn't ask that guy, he wouldn't take a photo of me. So I always come in the sentence. When did I travel to Paris? 2 years ago. So have changes to had. Then I had. What is the something that I'm showing you? My photo. And what is the verb, the third form of verb for taking photo? Take, took, taken. Then it will be I had my photo taken. You might think that I over there is the subject. Not at all. That's the cause of the sentence, or that's the cause of the action, because I am the cause of that thing to happen. If I didn't ask the guy, there wouldn't be any photo. So I had my photo taken. Imagine you want to go to a barber store and ask the guy to cut your hair tomorrow. So you say, I will have my hair cut. Again, you are in the sentence because you are the cause of that action. But the person who really cuts your hair is passive, is hidden. I will have my hair cut. As you can see here, we used will have because that's something which is going to happen tomorrow. So it is causative passive for future. And cut, in all three forms, it remains cut. Let's say it doesn't change at all. It rained yesterday and your car is filthy. So you want to take it to a car wash, pay the money to the guy and ask him to wash your car. You can easily use causative passive here. I had my car washed. Or if it is going to happen tomorrow, you can say I'm going to have or I will have my car washed. They are easy to use. And if you want to look professional, you can easily use it. Something that I have always mentioned in my classes is this, that everybody can understand these structures and grammars, but just professional ones use it. If you want to prove that you're professional, then use it. That's it for today. Like many other grammar lessons, it was short, concise, and I hope it had a lot of new things for you. Thank you for watching and listening. Have a good day.